Hi everyone. Today we're diving deep into a growing crisis that millions of Americans are facing: credit card debt. While credit cards can be a helpful financial tool, many people are relying on them more than ever, and that's creating serious problems. So, why is this happening? And what does it mean for you? Let's break it down. Credit card usage is skyrocketing. More and more Americans are putting purchases on credit cards, not just as a backup or for emergencies, but because they don't have enough cash. It's become a lifeline for many, especially with rising living costs. Home prices, food, gas, and even clothing costs keep going up. At the same time, wages aren't growing fast enough to keep up. Because of this, many people have maxed out their credit cards. In fact, lower and middle-income households are hitting their credit limits more than ever. The result? A huge number of Americans owe thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars on credit cards, and the interest rates on these debts can be extremely high, sometimes over 20%. Why is this a problem? The problem with maxing out credit cards is not just the amount owed, it's the cost of borrowing. When you carry a balance, interest charges keep piling up. Paying only the minimum each month barely covers the interest, so the debt grows. To make matters worse, credit card companies are tightening their lending rules. They are cutting credit limits and canceling cards for people who they believe are high risk. So, even those who are trying to pay down debt can find their credit limits reduced, making it harder to manage expenses. The impact of economic factors. Economic changes are also making things worse. For example, tariffs and inflation cause prices to rise further. Layoffs and job insecurities increase stress and reduce income for many families. When people lose jobs or face reduced hours, they often turn to credit cards just to cover basic expenses. This creates a dangerous cycle. People use credit to pay bills, but then the growing debt and interest make it impossible to get ahead. Eventually, some might default or face bankruptcy. What can you do? If you're feeling overwhelmed by credit card debt, there are steps you can take. Track your spending, know where your money is going, and identify unnecessary expenses. Create a budget, prioritize paying off high-interest debt first. Consider debt snowball or avalanche methods. Pay off smaller balances first to gain momentum, or tackle the highest interest rates to save money. Avoid new debt. Stop adding to credit card balances unless absolutely necessary. Talk to your creditors. Sometimes they can offer hardship programs or lower interest rates. Seek professional help. Credit counseling services can provide personalized advice. Build an emergency fund. Even a small fund can reduce reliance on credit cards in emergencies. Credit card debt is a silent crisis affecting millions of Americans. It's easy to ignore until it becomes overwhelming. But with awareness and action, you can take control of your finances and avoid falling into a debt trap. Remember, credit cards are tools. Use them wisely, and they can help you build your financial future instead of breaking it. Thanks for listening. If you found this helpful, please subscribe for more clear and practical financial advice.